Hey everybody, it's Carrie from KW Moms Club. I'm coming to you today to show you how to do the Mistletoes Christmas Craft. So in your package that you received from me, you should have a canvas board, mistletoes vinyl, transfer tape, some vinyl holly and berries, some Mod Podge in a tiny little container, red and green paint, a ribbon to make a bow, a plate or a container to use for your paint, and at least 2 paintbrushes, one for baby's feet. This one is for mistletoes and Mod Podge, and you might have another one to do accents as well. You also received either a large thing of glue or a tinier thing of glue, okay? So the things that I recommend you having at home are potentially scissors to cut the bow if it's too long. And then if you do have a glue gun, I would suggest using a glue gun to secure the bow. It'll last longer. You can use regular glue, and I've given you that. You just have to wait longer for it to set and dry because you're gonna be putting a lot of glue on there. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to peel off your transfer tape and you're going to apply it to your mistletoes vinyl, okay? So you're gonna press it down on the mistletoes vinyl, and you're gonna press it down like quite hard. And especially, you can use your fingernail, especially in the areas where they're like little tiny pieces that need to be pulled up by the transfer tape, okay? So I'm gonna show you. So especially in areas where like, see there's a line here, or there's a little piece here that comes with the S, you're gonna wanna kind of like scratch down or press down on that to make sure that when you pull the transfer tape up, it really does bring all those little pieces up. Now, after you've done kind of scratching down on this or pressing down on this to make sure that it pulls up all of the vinyl mistletoe words for you, you're gonna wanna go slow. So that's number one. Go slow with it. Do not pull it very hard. You're gonna have to take your time because if you do, you will rip the words and you don't wanna do that. So I'm kind of gonna show you what it's gonna do. Bear with me. Usually I'm doing this on my own time and not necessarily trying to make it fast for a video. So you're gonna wanna start peeling it up. And can you see here that all of those words and the like E part and everything are kind of peeling up nicely. So like I said, you need to go slow on this. Do not go fast. Make sure you're getting all of the little tiny pieces. And if you need to, like stop for a minute and kind of scratch down on some of the little pieces again to make sure that they're peeled or pulling up with the transfer tape, please do that because you don't want to lose any of your words or you don't want to rip it where you don't get the full mistletoes. So like here, let's say this piece right here is not coming up. So I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to kind of scratch down on it and make sure that your transfer tape pulls that up, okay? So see there, now that's all coming up. And again, that's happening again. So I'm gonna scratch down on the E and make sure it all comes up. So basically you kind of understand where you're going with that. So I'll give you a few minutes to do that. The next thing you'll be doing after that, after you peel all that up, is you're going to be placing the mistletoes right directly down on the bottom of your canvas. Now your canvas here has a piece of plastic on it. I wanted to keep them in the plastic because I didn't want any of the paint potentially in your package to spill. I haven't had any problems, but you never know. There might be a time that I do. So you're going to have to peel this plastic like off of your canvas and make sure you're using the canvas with the actual canvas side, not with the side with the paper, as you can see here. So make sure you have it on the right side, okay? So once you have placed your mistletoes down, let's say it's like this with your transfer tape on top, you're going to want to then peel the transfer tape off. So in order to do that, you literally just start peeling it off. The best motion to do it in is kind of like right across like this. Now, because of the fact that this one I'm just kind of like showing you on the transfer tape, when it's actually placed down on the canvas board, it'll be easier because you've already Put the mistletoes down, really press down to make sure that the black mistletoes vinyl is sticking down on that canvas. Then you're gonna wanna peel it in a, I don't even know what degree angle this is, but you're gonna wanna peel it like right directly across. Can you see that? So you wanna peel it across. The best way to do it is across. And again, the same like the other one, do not go fast on this. You're gonna wanna go slow and make sure that you get all those pieces down, okay? And if in some cases, like let's say this little piece comes up, you can just kind of like press it back down and then just move on and keep pulling it towards that side. Again, you're gonna have to just take your time with this and you'll be absolutely fine, just go slow. So once you have your transfer tape all taken off, the next portion is that you're going to want to put Mod Podge on top of the mistletoes. The reason we do this is because then we won't have as much bleeding of the red paint through the edges of here, okay? So we're gonna put, and you're not even gonna see it. And I thank my friend for telling me all these super tips and tricks. So place your Mod Podge on top of the vinyl and don't like go over here or anything. All you're doing is going literally on top of where the words are and just a bit over. Do you see, as you can see like here? So there's like a little bit of Mod Podge here. So you just wanna get on top of the words and like kind of over a little bit, okay? So normally that Mod Podge will take about 5 minutes to dry. Because you're doing it at home and you have some time, if you have some time to just let it sit for like 10 minutes, that's perfect. And then the next portion you'll be doing is taking your brush and then using your red paint on top. Okay, so you would then paint the mistletoes word, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show you kind of an idea. So I gave you guys enough paint for sure to do the whole word and probably even another coat if you really want it to be like super red or dark, okay? So I'm gonna just show you. You guys know how to paint, but you know, just for fun. Why not? Because I wanna paint too, right? So you're gonna paint your mistletoes right over top, or your red paint right over top of the mistletoes word, see? So as you can see, like this is a good red, but the red that I have here, I feel like we went over it 2 times. So you will be able to do that if you'd like to. What I would suggest between going through the mistletoes is I would do about, like again, another 10, probably a good solid 10 minutes to let it dry. Just like when we did the Halloween signs, right? Like you wanna let those baby feet or that black part that we painted on the Halloween signs sit for a really long time, okay? So you guys get the idea. So I'm doing the mistletoes here. And I guess Aria's getting another mistletoes because I've got no other babies to do it with. And she's 2.5, but she's still, her feet will probably take up the whole board, but that's okay. You know what? It's fun with them, right? So as I'm painting, I'm gonna let this dry. Okay, so there's the red mistletoes. As you can see, you can kind of see some white in between. So like I said, don't peel off the transfer tape the vinyl until number 1, you are satisfied with the color of the red on here. And then as well, it's fully dry. So let's say I am comfortable with this and I'm good and it dried. Give it a good 10 minutes. If you do 2 coats, I'd give it a good 10 minutes on the first coat, 20 minutes on the second coat to make sure that it is fully dry for you to peel off the vinyl. If you don't wait until it's dry, you might have some transfer of paint from the different letters onto your board in different areas. So don't do that. So wait until it's fully dry, okay guys? So let's say I'm all done and I've peeled out my mistletoes and assume that we are kind of just working. We've already done this. You can use your little paintbrush here or any of the accent paintbrushes to write anything you want. So you could like write like 2020, your baby's name. You could write like a little Merry Christmas. If you have any markers at home, you could also do that as well. Those are all optional things. You do not have to use those. So the next thing to do is the baby's feet. And again, we've gone through baby's feet before, but I will say it again. So the best thing to do is if you have a person at home to help you, please utilize them. Not a child, but definitely an adult. So it's easier when you can, especially if your child is moving, to use the paint to paint on the baby's feet and put them down with a person helping you. So if the child is like I'd say like crawling or like almost walking, they really like to press down on the, like with their feet down on it. And that's the best way to do it, is kind of like hold them up. You'll have like somebody, your partner, hold them up. You'll paint one of the feet. You'll place the foot down, and they're gonna wanna automatically stomp down on this canvas, right? So you just place it flat down, let them stamp on top of it, and you press their foot down so you get a nice, good foot, okay? Same with the other one, do it again. So technically you're supposed to do one of each feet, the left and the right. But again, if you do two of the same, like nobody's really gonna know except you. So if for some reason you don't like the way the toes look, you're missing a toe or something like that, use my little trick of putting your finger into the green paint and doing a little like foot touch up. Okay, you can also use any of the paintbrushes to do a little foot touch up if you need to like kind of make a little bit of a space. Okay, so then I would wait for that to dry in order to do the rest, but you can always do the holly and the berries kind of whenever you want, because as long as you're not touching this, then you should be good. So you can take your holly and berries, and these are vinyl stickers, so they're just like the mistletoe sticker that I just showed you. So you just peel them off like a sticker and you put them on. So you don't have to put them up in the corners, but that's what I did. You're more than welcome to put them anywhere you want. You can put one here and one here, or you can do whatever you want. You can go with the flow and you can do whatever you want, okay? And then the next portion of it is doing the bow. So you would just tie your little ribbon into a bow, and you would cut off, chop off, whatever you want, whatever you think is like a nice length. And you would either use the white glue or a hot glue gun. So you'd put a big dollop of glue there, and then you'd press down on the bow, and you'd put it right above baby's feet. So I feel like maybe on mine, I'd like it to be a little bit like down more. I think I maybe did this bobo before I did the feet. So I would put it down a little bit more, but that's just my preference. Like whatever you think is the right thing. And you could always, I've given you enough ribbon. You could even do like two cute little bows and put like one here and one here. Or you could do like one here and one here. And you could do like these berries and the holly like here, and the bow was on the corner. You can do whatever you want, because there's enough ribbon that I've given you that you can cut it in half and make like two tiny bows. So totally up to you. So basically that's it. So you just then do any accents that you want. If you want to draw some like little dots, maybe some like the baby's name again, like I said, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, or 2020, or anything you want, you can kind of just go and do whatever accents you want after the fact, okay? So that's basically the Mistletoes canvas, which has been the longest video I've done because this one really is a little bit more involved. Thank you for watching. If you guys are not a current member of KW Moms Club and you want to understand more about our programming, please go on to kwmomsclub.com, or our Facebook or our Instagram has all of our information on all of our baby classes that we're doing indoor and virtual. So please come and check us out. Have fun painting and crafting, and I hope you guys have a good day. See you guys.